Engine control room. Jackpot.
Light from a nearby ship was covering the whole pier. I had to take the risk and just hope that workers don't see me. Shipping itself was too far away for me to get on it, what initially got me thinking it wouldn't be possible this night, but determined I got an idea. It was time for some waiting. I knew that eventually wind and water movements would bring it closer.
What the fuck is this?
Literally got jumpscared by this dude. But what was important is that I found a way inside. Entire ship now waited for exploration, so I didn't hesitate. This was a Russian ship that stopped in a port and was deemed not fit for service at sea. The Russian guy that owned the ship just abandoned it. What kind of money did the dude have to just abandon an oil freight ship?
We have equipment here. Even masks with air supply. There's so much stuff. Later.
This floor was one of the multiple dedicated for the main workforce of the ship, their living quarters. This ship offered me a glimpse into the lives of crewmates, their belongings telling a story long after they left. You can learn a lot by just looking how their rooms look like. Food products were left, medications, personal stuff, journals, reports, books. This looked like they left in a hurry.
So much stuff left behind. Jackets, everything. Washing station. Okay. Keep a tidy ship.
Now the challenge was to not get lost on this oil tanker, with so many corridors and rooms to explore. Notice how much of the stuff is still left. I think that this makes this ship even more interesting, as it's so well preserved. We're entering the more maintenance-oriented parts of the ship now, judging by more machinery everywhere. The mission is to find the engine and the control room.
Whoa. Here's the engine.
At least this is a part of the engine. Rest of it is below this floor. Accommodating this amount of machinery and other various components of the ship required massive amount of space. Navigating this spacious industrial labyrinth in the dark was an interesting experience. You could really dive deep into the history of this place here. As you can see, lots of documents were left behind that could contain interesting information. I checked some. Commonly, these documents were instructions how to operate the machinery.
So much electronic equipment.
This part is definitely the chemical storage. Smell of crude oil permeated the air in this room.
Chemicals. It was an oil ship back when it functioned.
Now I'm descending into one of the lowest parts of the ship. Listen to the sounds of water bumping into it. This part is probably almost completely submerged.
Halon gas.
And this looks like another workshop. Looking how many complex components, both mechanical and electronic, are used in a ship, some faults may occur sooner or later. Definitely an important room for the proper functioning of the oil tanker. Wrenches were put also on the walls close to the machinery for quick access and maintenance. As you can see, the engine of the ship is pretty large, requiring 3 floors of space.
Wow, so nice. And it's in a very good condition. There's some weird water down there. I wonder if it's seawater or some oil.
After exploring the lowest part of this ship, with weird black toxic sludge at the bottom, I began to make my way up to the living quarters parts. COVID-19 also had an impact on lives of people that worked aboard. This room might have been used for quarantine, judging by the face masks on the handle. There were also multiple other rooms marked and used for quarantine aboard this ship.
Christmas! What's in the case? What's in the case? Frequency counter. Half full? This ship is full of Russian old books, and this makes it even more interesting for me.
This was another control room of some sort. Looked like it was used partly for navigation, judging by the maps, and for liquid control, along with oil discharge when needed. According to the found instructions, it was strictly prohibited without permission of a higher ranking worker. Not surprisingly so, as I imagine discharging this oil without any care would break international laws and get the ship in trouble.
No way. They had a pool?
Yeah, in my opinion that seems pretty luxurious when comparing to how other rooms look like in this ship. But if these men were at sea for several months, to not go insane, it's needed to have some sort of amenities.
Nice.
I knew that my flashlight will lose battery soon, so I was in a hurry to show you the most interesting parts, that being the deck of this massive oil tanker. Later though, I came back to this spot with a friend to show you the other parts of the oil tanker.
Wow. What the hell?
The paddle I found was too bright to be blood, but looked pretty similar.
a remote alarm distress box.
Look at this little steering wheel. You're literally steering a gigantic contraption with a wheel that is smaller than a car wheel.
If some part of the ship did flood, I think that the red diode would glow up.
At this point my flashlight died, so I returned with a friend to explore and show you the rest of the ship.